Most of us use bank lockers to safekeep valuables like jewelry, gold, silver, and other precious items, or even documents like will, property papers, etc. You normally pay a service charge in the form of locker rent for utilizing the locker services. Depending upon the size of the locker, that is small, medium, or large, the city in which you rent a locker, that is metro, urban, or rural, and the bank from which you have rented it, the rentals may vary from about Rs 1,000 to Rs 20,000. You may end up paying more when you rent a locker from some of the private sector banks than the public sector banks for the same locker size and the same location. Though there are already a set of guidelines regarding the locker services provided by the banks, RBI had noticed that these guidelines have not been strictly followed with, and also there was a need for introducing new guidelines with the changing times. Accordingly, RBI has come out with new guidelines that may help the customers who use the bank lockers. These new rules will come into operation from 1st of January 2023. Welcome to Nana's Learn Better. Use this channel to enrich your knowledge in personal finance to take informed decisions. Do subscribe to the channel if not done already. As far as the locker allotment is concerned, the new rules direct the banks to maintain a branch-wise list of vacant lockers electronically on the core banking system or any other such mechanism. Once you apply for a new locker, the bank has to provide you with a waitlist number if locker is unavailable at that point of time. Also, the new rules specify that no bank can deny accepting a locker request application. As regards security deposit, according to the new rules, the bank is allowed to take a term deposit equivalent to not more than 3 times the annual rent plus a nominal locker breaking charge as the security deposit at the time of locker allotment. For example, if the annual rent of your locker is Rs 10,000, then the maximum amount of fixed deposit the bank can ask for is Rs 30,000 plus a nominal locker breaking fee that's not more than Rs 500. This is to safeguard the bank in case of unpaid locker rent. The rules further clarify that this is applicable only to the new customers and the bank cannot force the existing customers with active accounts for such a deposit. As regards the bank's liability in case of loss of contents, to remove any ambiguity as to how much compensation the bank is liable to pay, RBI has now fixed the liability at 100 times the annual locker rent if the contents in the locker are lost due to negligence or fraud committed by the bank employees, or fire, theft, robbery, collapse of the buildings, etc. For instance, if the annual rent of the locker is Rs 5,000, then the bank is liable for a compensation of Rs 5 lakhs only. However, banks do not have any liability if the locker contents are lost or damaged due to natural calamities like earthquake, flood, thunderstorm, etc. That said, RBI further clarifies that the bank should take proper care, maintain due diligence and make every effort to prevent such damage besides having adequate insurance coverage for all such eventualities. As far as locker safety standards are concerned, according to the new guidelines, all the new mechanical lockers must meet safety standards established by the Bureau of Indian Standards. The locker keys must have bank or branch identification codes imprinted on them. The banks are required to make sure that electronically operated locker systems, if any, should adhere to the RBI mandated cyber security framework. If the bank offers this option, additionally customers may utilize an extra padlock. As per the new rules, the banks need to install closed-circuit TV cameras in the locker room to monitor the movements, and the banks have to keep the CCTV footage of the operations for 180 days. If a customer has filed a complaint with the bank about theft or unauthorized entry to a locker, security violations, etc., then the banks are to retain the CCTV footage till the conclusion of the police investigation. The banks are free to install access control system if required, which may help in creating a digital record of the access with a time log. Now, the bank has to send alert notifications to the customers about the use of their lockers by SMS and email at the mobile number and email address they have on file. The alerts have also to be sent if the locker is not properly closed or the bank has to break open the locker due to any genuine reason. The notification should be sent on the same day of the locker access, and it should include the date, time of access, and the procedure for dealing with unauthorized locker access. This is to prevent any unauthorized access to the safety lockers. If you are an existing locker account holder, you have to sign new locker agreements on or before 1st January 2023. The new agreement will include all the revised bank locker rules. Once signed, a copy of this agreement will be provided to you by the bank, and the original one would be kept at the branch where the locker is located. So, with all these new rules, are bank lockers safe? Well, not 100%. As mentioned earlier, as per the new bank locker rules, the liability of the bank is limited only up to 100 times the annual rent, that too if something happens to the locker contents due to negligence. It may be possible that the value of the contents in the bank locker far exceeds this amount. However, RBI's new bank locker rules may help curbing some of the malpractices in locker allotment, including the demands for hefty fixed deposits for allotting a locker. See you in another video. Till then, this is Narayanan Viraya from the channel Nanas Learn Better.